I always had an interest in technology. So when my school decided that they were going to do a computer programming class, my mom encouraged me to take it. I didn't even know what computer programming was. I thought I just wanted to fix computers, like when stuff is actually wrong with the computer itself, not actual programming. But when I started to take the class, I realized how much fun it was to be able to talk to a computer in a language that they understand, and then the computer takes that and it turns it into something that it can understand itself to do what you want.
Pulling this up, the picture she's about to show you is a picture that went viral on social media.
This photo itself, if you can see, it has 37.2K thousand likes, and it just went crazy. So this picture, I actually photoshopped myself. And so even though it's Photoshop, when you think hard about it, it still relates back to computer science. When I made this photo, I took the picture from, I don't know if you guys listen to SZA, but she has an album called Control. And so I decided that I wanted to Photoshop the picture. And so if you really look at the picture, and when I was adding computers and adding myself, it all has to do with pixels. And pixels are a part of every single picture that we look at. So when you're online and you see pictures, each picture has one little dot of color that makes the entire photo. And that's how computers are able to display pictures in high quality and low quality. Every single dot is just one color. And that's how it turns into a complete picture.
And does that tell us that you have a creative side? Is there a way you use creativity in your computer science work?
Yes, there's so much things that you can do in computer science. If you want to design a mobile app, you can do it yourself. If you want to create pictures with Photoshopping, you can do that yourself. You can make music using computer science. You could record things using computer science. You can edit different videos using computer science. Everything that you come in contact with, someone made the code for it so that you're able to use it. For example, when you watch things on YouTube, somebody made code for that website so that you're able to view the video. Or if you're the person editing the video, someone coded the software for you to be able to edit your video. So every single thing we all come in contact with, other than food, well, even food, at the factories, someone made code to be able to process the machines to be able to even make our food. So everything you touch, there's some code, there's some computer-based science to it.
A lot of our campers and a lot of girls in general express a desire to help people. Is there a way that you help people through your computer science?
Yes. I personally do things in a way of, I make YouTube videos where I'm able to share the information that I learned about computer science and my challenges that I went through in computer science, and also to help adults when it comes to getting certifications relating to computer softwares. Also, the power of social media. Someone designed social medias and coded it. So now I'm able to be an outreach to other people. That's how I was able to meet Stephanie. That's how I was able to share my picture. That was how I was able to create a scholarship for young girls that are in computer science. So all of it is just different ways of me trying to be a representation and a help to bring younger women into computer science, because we need it.
One concept we've talked about today is persistence. I'd love if you could speak more about that. You know, when you bump up against a hard problem or something seems like it's not going to work or it doesn't work, and then how do you be persistent and overcome something like that?
I really struggled in math when I was all of you all's age. And so that kind of followed me when I went into college, and having math is important when you're studying for computer science. So I really had to work really hard to understand the material. Like someone compared to me in my class, they was able to get the material easily, but for me, I had to not only stay in the class and listen and ask questions, but I had to go outside of class and watch videos on YouTube or practice on my own to do those type of things. And with computer science, especially with coding, your code isn't always going to work. There was times and times where I would spend hours working on code and I couldn't understand why it wasn't working. But if I would have given up, I could have got a bad grade. But because I stayed persistent and kept trying to figure out and troubleshoot what the issues were with my code, I could end up running it successfully. Also, when it comes to people, a lot of teachers, I didn't feel like were very supportive of me when I was in college. One of my classes I really struggled in, I went to my professor to ask for help, and he recommended that I drop out because I didn't understand the material. So if I would have listened to that man, I wouldn't be before you guys talking. So you just have to be persistent with stuff. People will tell you that you can't do this, you can't do that, especially because there isn't many women in computer science. So a lot of men will tell you and make you feel like you can't do something. But if you stay in it, you stay persistent, you can be successful, and the outcome is much better than going through the challenges in it.
Do you have any mentors that did help you along the way?
Yes, so I ended up meeting a lot of younger people that were my age that was able to help me. I joined an organization called the National Society of Black Engineers, and so I had met upperclassmen, which upperclassmen means those are kids that are in higher grades than you. They were really helpful to me. I had advisors that were very helpful and supportive of me when it came to taking my classes and recommendations. My mom was a big support to me. There was mentors all throughout the thing. There was peers that were very helpful. It was just about the organizations I joined and the people and support that I had. I didn't have one particular mentor.
Do you have any advice for our campers that are exploring STEM right now? They don't have to choose necessarily yet, but they're developing their passions around it. What advice do you have for 6th to 9th graders?
I would say try to get your parents to help you join camps like this where you could be able to learn different things. Ask your parents, could they buy you like a course online so that you can be learning this stuff if you're interested in it. I will also say there's no age limit to learning how to code. There's no age limit on making your own mobile app or making your own website. There's countless free things on YouTube where you could watch it and learn how to do it yourself. I've learned how to do some things myself from YouTube. But if you're interested in it, I would say start now looking at it, because the earlier you start, when you get to college and you start learning stuff, you could be like, hey, I already know this programming language. I've been doing this since I was young. So I would say if you're interested in it, get that head start, because it could be really beneficial to you when you pursue college.
Wondering, what coding language do you recommend for semi-beginners?
I would say Java. Java was the first language I learned, and it's a little complex, but if you learn that language, you can learn any other language. A lot of languages are very similar to Java, so once you conquer this big one, you could be able to seamlessly learn other ones.
Was there like any time you wanted to quit?
Yes, there was a lot of times I wanted to quit, and that's why making that graduation picture was so monumental to me. Computer science is not easy, but if you work hard, you can get through it. But there was times where I would be crying because I wanted to quit because it was hard for me, or I was frustrated. But about 2 or 3 days later, I would be happy again because I finally got my code to work or something like that. Or there are times where you feel like you could quit, but the benefits afterwards are so much worth it, more than what you go through while you're in it.
Do you or have you like mentored anyone that is also interested in computer science?
Well, I would help the younger people that were at my college. So if they ever needed help, because someone helped me, I'm willing to help them. But also now that the picture is viral and more people know who I am, if girls reach out to me and they ask me for me to be their mentor, I help them, I check in with them, ask them what their goals is, what they want to learn, and we go from there.
I would love if we all came off mute and gave Maya a big round of applause.
Thank you so much for having me. Like I said, on social media, if you just want to be friends, if you have any questions, don't be scared to connect with me, and thank you for having me.